Being, be, who might enjoy being the look of it, the way it rides, or maybe something else. Some people even judge other people for riding motorcycles. They might think that they are a criminal or someone associated with criminals. Could this vehicle that's not so far away from a harmless bicycle simply be misconceived? We are here with Mr. Ski to tell us his thoughts on this vehicle. How are you doing, Mr. Ski?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
What age were you when you started riding motorcycles, and why at this time did it interest you?
I actually started when I think I was 7 or 8 years old. I came from a motorcycle family. My dad, my brother both had motorcycles for my entire life as far as I can remember, and it was just part of our lives. So I got trained on a regular bicycle, but by the time I was, I think, 7 or 8 years old, I had my first $50 little motorcycle that had a lawnmower engine in it that you had to pull start it, but it ran just like anything else, and that's when it all started.
Okay, so did this motorcycle taste develop over time?
I guess over the first 7 years of my life it did, yes.
Okay. How many motorcycles do you have?
Currently I only have one motorcycle.
Okay, and have you ever thought of getting more?
No, not really.
Okay. Can you tell me more about the story that got you interested into motorcycles?
Like I said, when I was growing up, my dad had motorcycles. He would drive me around. You know, I'd get to sit in the back, and sometimes I'd get to sit in the front and hold on to the steering wheel and handlebars to make it feel like I was riding, and I just got a love for the bike then, and that's how it kind of spurred.
Okay, wonderful. What do you think about this misconception over motorcycles?
What's the misconception?
That some people see motorcycles as, like, you know, people, like, you know, criminals and stuff like that.
Well, I think media and movies have done that. I think people associate motorcycles with motorcycle gangs, and the first thing you think about when you hear about a motorcycle gang is it's bad news, you know, people doing bad things. But you know, just people that are leisurely riding like I am, there's no harm in it, and I think it's great. I know there are a lot of motorcycle groups and clubs that do great things for people, raise a lot of money for hospitals and children, but those few bad groups that are in there really give motorcycles a bad name.
Have you yourself ever judged anyone for the vehicle that they have, whether it's allowed or subconsciously?
Have I? Probably.
Okay, all right. Have you been judged about your motorcycle, like, you know, riding it around? Like, have you ever seen, like, you know, anyone give you any, like, looks or anything?
I always wonder that, because just like you were saying, you know, the misconception of motorcycles, when people see a motorcycle, oh, it's a bad guy, I often wonder, man, I wonder if people think I'm a bad guy, when actually I'm just a loving, cuddly little teddy bear, and no one would ever think that of me.
Okay. It's very interesting. So when it comes to motorcycles, like, how would you, like, describe, like, how, like, I know how you got into it, but how would you describe how motorcycles really make you feel?
They're great. Like I said, I've had a bunch of them in my lifetime. Right now I have a Harley-Davidson touring motorcycle, and the neat thing about it is my wife really likes to ride with me. So as soon as we get home from school, or if it's a nice weekend and we look outside and it's sunny and there's no rain in the forecast, man, we're getting on that motorcycle and we're gone all day, just riding around, finding a destination to go. We love it. We just love being in the open air and riding and seeing where the bike takes us.
Okay. What's the craziest motorcycle story that you can tell us?
Craziest motorcycle story? Boy, you're putting me on the spot here. I don't think I really have a crazy motorcycle story. I know on our last trip this last summer, we had some some difficulties. We drove to Boston and went to a Boston Red Sox game at night. So we were driving back from Boston in Boston traffic late at night, and it was just horrible. The roads were bad, traffic was horrible. We got lost inside our campsite, and we couldn't find where our RV was. So that's probably the craziest thing I can think of.
Okay. Well, that is about the time that we have. Thank you guys for watching this interview of Mr. Ski, and I hope this changes your view of motorcycles if it is a bad one. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time on VTV.